Remember when we walked the whole way across this massive fucking empty world? Well, now we're gonna do it again.
Oh man, my heart, please be still.
Man, at least Sarah's bullshit dream world had the courtesy of being kinda tiny.
You there? Are you
And
lost?
didn't have fucking Chocolina.
So I ended up here, and I can't seem to find a way out. I really need your help to get out of this bind.
I feel like we've heard this one before.
Then look for an exit so I can get out of here.
I don't know, all of her lines just basically sound the same to me now. Oh well. I'm guessing none of her new shit is interesting.
No, nothing new.
Oh well. So do we now have to deal with random encounters?
Yes, we do. Party is back together, and that means fights.
So they put the awesome feel-good boss battle at the beginning of the trek full of random encounters.
Oh, of course. So, let's start with these guys, the Gargonzolas. They're flans. There's really not much to say about them.
They're a very clever portmanteau.
Anyway, they have like one attack. They just kind of jump into you, and if they hit you, they will drain HP.
Well, I guess you better just murder them before they do that then. That said, they do seem to have murdered your medic.
It's alright, we brought him back, it's alright.
Okay. Ah, a dying world. The Dead Sands.
It's very, very deep, you see.
At some point they really started just running out of like deep-sounding things to call places.
But yeah, this is a taste of how big the dying world is.
Yeah, and it's got a layout that's just bullshit enough that you can think that, oh, given the two parts of the map that I can see, this must be the route between them, but no. It can still find ways to fuck you over. Also, wow, it really likes throwing those flans at you.
Yeah, I will be doing my best to ignore encounters here because, Jesus Christ, those things are a pain to kill.
Yeah. This is kind of like the opposite kind of bad to Academia. In that Academia was like cramped and tiny and absolutely full of monsters. And it felt like you were never getting anywhere because you spent all your time fighting. Whereas this is more open and has less fights, but it still feels like it takes forever because the fights are actually, you know, worth talking about, and you spend all your time running.
I don't know if I would call this fight particularly worth talking about, but I mean, I guess it's there.
Yeah. Well, the fights generally are not total write-offs like they are in Academia, where they're literally a formality.
Oh yeah, no, definitely not.
Like, you have to somewhat pay attention here.
These guys are notable because they drop boosters, which are the tier 4 mechanical item.
And thus very, very useful. I guess the other reason that fights here are worth talking about is because they all have the awesomest battle theme in the game. Also, you seem to be having some trouble there.
Do you see how tiny that thing is? Okay, I would like to think it's a little understandable I was having trouble hitting it.
Nah, I just think it's amusing that, you know, the collision actually does. And I'm doing. You can't see me here, but I'm doing massive air quotes when I say the following word: work. Yes, I did actually do the air quotes in real life. But I digress. It's amusing that, you know, they clearly went to this some length to have a system that accurately detects when you slash the thing with the sword, and then they completely forgot about stupid instances like, oh, what if the enemy is tiny? Oh, maybe they should just make a thing that makes it so that you hit it even if you hit over it. Nope. It's like they couldn't put in the effort to make the other thing that they put effort into not actually work against the player. It's lovely.
There is absolutely nothing to say about Potemkins? However the fuck you pronounce that. They are very resistant to physical damage, but that is about it.
Oh well.
Come on, Noel. You're not just the future boy.
That doesn't really mean very much when, you know, you have commandos that can do magic damage. And, you know, Ravagers that, you know, can do magic damage, but can also do physical damage. Then again, I guess there's gonna be some monsters that only have one type of attack or the other. So yeah, at that time it worked.
Well, yeah, that time was also able to directly approach it and had a good angle at it.
Yeah.
Anyway, once we get down here to the village, all of these enemies will be replaced with Seath, because I know that's exciting for everybody.
That's just what would make this whole part of the game more engaging. Oh well. Okay, maybe, I think I can take back my statement about this. It was supposed to be the Arkelk Steppe. That's a Cactuar.
This is a Cactuar. This is not just any Cactuar. This is a metal Cactuar.
Oh, I know what metal enemies in JRPGs mean.
It really doesn't here, but that's...
For God's sake!
Yeah, okay, so Shadowbind is kind of bullshit.
So I see. Did he just try to kick the Chocobo and miss?
Yes. I guess. I'm not really sure what he was trying to do. But, yeah. He's not dangerous. Like, he doesn't do any damage. But he will quite literally stunlock you.
This isn't really stunlock. This is just a very bullshit kind of status. He is. He's trying to use kick on the Chocobo, but the Chocobo is suspended in the air, and its attack is missing. Again, because hitbox connections take priority over JRPG target selection for attacks.
You can actually recruit those guys, but I don't actually think I see another one, so... Alas.
What do they do for you?
I don't even remember. I just like having them because they're silly. Anyway, yeah, here's the full map of this place. Look at this shit!
Yeah... Yeah, okay, I guess the layout is pretty different to Arkelk Steppe. I mean, you know, some reasonably significant things can change in 700 years, or however much time it actually is, because we don't know what actual time period the Arkelk Steppe is in this game, but...
You know, we can probably guesstimate it's about 700 years, and this is after the fall of Cocoon, so... Eh?
Yeah. Well, like I said, we didn't... The Arkelk Steppe in this game is time unknown. Although, you know, obviously has to be after the fall, but beyond that... Oh well. Even now, when you reach the actual... your goal of running all the way across, it still throws one last bullshit long run at you, you know, just to make sure you know what game you're playing. Not entirely sure why we couldn't examine this thing before. Well, that was a very drawn-out revelation, and...
future that Noel fights to protect.
Hey, look! We're being told things we already know!
Each other once more.
Again!
You don't have to cry.
Hey look, it's all of the shit that we've been doing.
I hope you guys watching this appreciate how much effort it's taking me for me to remember roughly how exasperated I sounded last time that I said that, and then make it incrementally more exasperated when I repeat it. Because I said it a lot, and it's getting kind of hard to keep track of how exasperated I'm getting.
I'm not going to rest until I find him again.
That's right.
Come on, let's change the future.
Okay, how?
The Oracle Drive.
Well, did somebody call for a bullshit Deus Ex Machina?
He's back!
By some interpretations, literally.
Here all the time.
The spirit of Mog had been sealed up somewhere inside the void beyond. Although he
So,
can see everything
even though
from
Sarah's weapon has been functional this entire time, Mog is only now
lightning came to rescue him,
back.
and that's how he got back
Yes.
to us. Then,
Also note that,
he told us about
again,
a message
we're
from my
being
sister.
narrated to about what Mog said.
It's the truth about Caius.
We need to talk, Kubo.
Oh, I like that. I like that it puts you in a playable section and makes you talk to Mog, and he just says we need to talk over and over again.
Mog, tell us what you know.
That's real interactive storytelling.
All about Caius, Kubo. The Farseer Guardians
Why?
were given a mission. They had to protect.
Oh, actually, that is kind of interesting. The Guardians are actually l'Cie.
Guardians were servants of
Huh.
the sea. Can that really be true?
New information?
Caius is a l'Cie?
Not anymore, Kubo. He was saved by the Guardians.
Oh wait, no, Caius is not a l'Cie because Etro freed him. Of course she did.
That's exactly
This seems to be a thing with her, doesn't it?
We were l'Cie, and the goddess intervened to free us.
Kubo?
I mean, has she done anything of note besides irrevocably fucking up the timeline by just freeing the sea?
He protects her always, the undying guardian, Kubo.
He's heard every prophecy that the seer is a sea. He knows the entire
Suddenly,
timeline.
a revelation.
Immortality
It
given
all
to
comes
men.
together.
Someone like him
Caius knows a bunch of stuff.
can mold events as he wants.
Kubo.
So,
He's
plotting
been
for
manipulating the timeline the entire time.
I'm shocked.
Now we know who the enemy is. It's up to us to stop
Oh good, now we know who the enemy is. Now we're certain it's Caius as opposed to that other person that we thought it was before.
She's waiting for you at the end of time, Kubo.
Help me here.
I guess I don't fucking know.
Final Fantasy XIII-2.txt.
This is how dreams end.
Yeah, this is how dreams end, Noel. We hop into a space-time torsion and go who the fuck knows where.
This is a thing that real people apparently say while, leaving places.
I've
Oh, I guess this is how dreams end.
And at last, I know the truth. It doesn't matter how tough the going gets now. I know I can face any challenge. I've
Okay.
found it, Lightning. Hope. In the midst of despair.
We were despairing? Since when? About what?
Yeah, they kind of stopped despairing a while ago, and... yeah. Why did they have to have an actual character called Hope?
Well, Bodom's seen better days.
Is this my village?
Yeah.
It looks a lot like my era.
Yeah.
I wonder if anyone is here.
Let's look.
Well, strap in, folks, because next time, we've got a date with lightning.
Oh, this bodes poorly.